What is up, guys? Welcome back to another daily build video. This time we're checking out the Shelby GT500. Let's go. Real quick before I get into the video, if you're looking for any of my Motorfest tunes or my Need for Speed Heat builds, I've moved everything to my website. It's militiagamingco.com. There's links in the main navigation menu for Need for Speed Heat builds and Motorfest Pro settings, so click those if you're looking for that. The link to the site is actually in the description of this video. All right, enjoy. All right, before we get into the pro settings, let's talk about the car a little bit. First of all, it's one of the nicest looking cars in the game. Certainly one of the nicest modern muscle cars in the game. It's beautiful, and the customization is really good. So if you're a fan of Mustangs, this is a great car to own. It's not the best, but it's also not the worst. It just doesn't run fast times in the races. It's got pretty good lateral G's. It's got okay acceleration on pavement, but not so good for Kyusha Spirit. And it does okay in terms of braking. It's just an all-around okay car. If you want to drive it and you want to have fun with it, good, but it's probably not going to be the best for the grand races, which we're going to check out in just a moment. Before that though, here are the pro settings for the car. For the brake balance, 72% for the front. We go down into the suspension. I've got +10 on both front and rear. Compression front and rear are at +8, and then rebound front and rear at -3. If we go to anti-rolls, +10 on both. Alignment is -0.25 for both. It's a very well-balanced car despite being a rear-wheel drive front engine car. All right, here's my fastest run on Kyusha Spirit, and I'll catch up with you with a grand race. All right, here we go. The Shelby is up second, and it's surrounded by a couple of meta cars, so we'll see how we do, man. As long as we don't lose too many places in the Shelby, I think we'll be all right for that final piece, and as long as we don't get completely destroyed here at this Alpha GP start. Here we go. And first gear on this AGP car is like nice and soft, so the launch is good. However, the next 3 or 4 gears are just wild. Oh, let's go, Mr. Love Gabe. I think that's his name. Oh, go ahead. All right, we stayed under control even with that little back tap by I'm Groot. Took a little bit of an inside line on Gabe. Uh-oh. Gabe put his foot in the dirt. So did I on that one, actually. I got a little nervous. All right, we better build up a decent lead here because I'm anticipating some very bad Shelby-ness. Actually, not very bad, just okay. And if somebody knows what they're doing in one of the meta cars, then they're definitely gonna catch up. Gotta have some pace here. Here we go. See the understeer a little bit? I had to slow way down for that corner. Not the best car to accelerate. It responds okay to NOS, which I think is one of its strengths. And its steering responsiveness is pretty good. It just happens to understeer quite a bit. And that's something that's just very difficult to tune out of a car. And so I'm driving it pretty careful right now. I don't want to be right up against the line and then have to worry about, you know, understeering a corner. So pick up the pace a little bit here. We've got a nice little straight. Can be in the 20s. It ends on a pretty difficult turn, and we kind of stuck it. I mean, we did a little bit of drift in there, but it was enough to take the corner at a decent speed. Gabe and Groot are definitely right behind me. And if I make any like significant mistakes, I think they'll easily catch up. They probably had a little bit of slipstream on that last corner, or that last straight. So I have to rely on this acceleration. We need to get it all the way up to 200 into the hypercar. All right. The Shelby survived, baby. It survived, and it did fine. I mean, like I said, it's definitely not the worst, but certainly not the best. Now the F8, on the other hand, which is what I'm driving now, is a must-buy. The car is phenomenal. It is right up there with the Agera in terms of performance. However, it is much easier to drive and handle. It's much more balanced. It doesn't have the lateral G's that the Agera has. I think the Agera is at like 1.7. This one's something in the 1.5s, I believe. Man, it's a totally different ballgame driving something like this versus the Shelby. I feel like I'm going a million miles an hour, dude. And up the hill we go. It gutters beautifully. You can full throttle it out of the corners. That was a terrible gutter, but the car is making up for my lack of driving skills. There we go. I don't want to give this first place up at the end here. That was a mistake. And I'm giving Gabe a chance to come back. If he knows what he's doing, he's got a chance. And I could totally mess it up on this final couple of corners. I gotta just get with it, dude. This is one where the shortcut is risky, but it usually works out. Oh, I look back. I look back. Gabe, are you gonna steal it? He's not here. He's not here. I'll take it. Whew. I didn't drive that F8 very well, did I? What was he in? Looks like a Lamborghini of some sort. Let's see if he drives back. Oh, he's in a Bugatti. Nice. Very nice. Anyways, the Shelby is usable. Obviously, I didn't lose any places because of it. It's certainly not a huge detriment to your racing ability here in the grand races, but I think it would be a different story if we were in a pack. It just doesn't have, like, I don't know, just doesn't feel like it has the acceleration that you need to stay with people without dumping a bunch of NOS into it. But that being said, it's certainly usable, but it's definitely not making its way into any grand race meta conversations anytime soon. So anyway, if you love the car, go out and get it, enjoy the tune, and I'll catch you on tomorrow's daily build. Thanks for watching. Trigger out.